Hi, bring on the flute. Let's bring it. So, for this song, a couple of things to talk about, and then we'll show you how to play all the parts for it. You have your flute, you have your music. I highly suggest you get one of these if you don't already. This is a metronome. Keeps a nice steady beat. I'll turn this on a little bit later. Couple of things since you're playing flute, you got a couple of little tricky changes, but if you know the notes that are in here, it shouldn't be too bad. You have B flat, C, D, and E flat, both of those with no first finger. D and E flat, just putting your pinky down. Everything else does have first finger down, so B flat. So B flat with your thumb, pinky, first and first. C, no thumb, no first, just your first and your pinky. D, E flat, F, and G. Just take your first finger off. So G is 3 fingers, thumb and pinky. F, add your first finger. All right. So whenever you have little tricky changes, it's good to just work those 1 or 2 notes, whatever it is, back and forth a couple of times until you can play it. I'll give you a couple examples of that in a minute. So starting right at the beginning, you have that nice introduction on F, so like that. Here's the tempo I'm going to show you. Turn this thing on, and we press start. Just clicks a couple of times. That high note tells you when it's the first beat again, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll start at the beginning. Sounds like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so that is the first 4 measures, the introduction. You starting at 5. Flute has the main melody, so you want to be able to play this no problem. Stop that for a second. So what you have here, you have this melody. It goes first note. D, D, F, G, F, G, F. So just to practice each little change, give yourself this. And this is how I would practice it. I would start with the note D. The next note is F. So I'm putting down my pinky and my first finger and taking off these 2 middle fingers here. Now just do that change a bunch of times until it feels comfortable. It might take you a while. It's totally worth it to do this. Something you could even do while you're sitting around at home or in class. The next change from F to G. Real easy change. Just pick up your first finger on your right hand. F, G, F, G. Right? A little bit later, I'm looking at measure 8. You have this E flat, D, C. Another good change to practice. E flat, take your pinky off for D, and then C. You have to reset everything. All right, so just the way that I would practice it. Measure 9 and 10 is the same as measure 5 and 6. Measure 11 and 12 is the ending of that little phrase, a little sentence. E flat, D, E flat, C, B flat. Here's measure 5 all the way through to measure 12. The whole melody of this song goes like this. Beat back on. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Not bad, right? As soon as you learn that, though, you pretty much have the whole song, because a lot of this stuff is repeated. Case in point, measure 13 starts out the exact same way. That's measure 15. You give you 1 D and then some rests. Now, when you get there, don't stop counting when you get to 15, because the temptation is you played, oh, I'm done for a little bit, let me stop, right? And then what happens is your part is coming in and you're going to miss it. So what you should do after that is count the rest of that measure. You have D, 2, 3, 4, measure 16, 2, 3, 4, and then you come right back in on 17. Same notes, the only difference is the ending note. So you're going to end on a C this time. 17 goes like this. Ready? Go. 21 is the same as 13. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 25, 26, 27, 28 is the exact same thing as measure 1 to 4. So if you know the beginning of the song, you also know measure 25. All right? Real easy to do that. 29 all the way to 37. Super easy. Nothing to play. It's all rests. Yeah. Now the thing is, don't get lost in that, because when you come back in, you have an important part. And the way not to get lost is to count along as you go. Here's how I would do that. I'm going to suggest you do it just like me. You ready? So starting at 29. Actually, I'll start at 25. 25 is the same as the beginning. I'll play that. And then as soon as I get to 29, I'm going to show you how I would count that. Ready? So 25. 1, 2, here I go. 29. 30. 32. 36. This way you know exactly where you are. If I'm doing my job, I'll be able to conduct you when to come back in, but don't rely on me. In other words, don't wait for me. Know where you are at all times, all right? 37 is something a little new. Finally, something a little new in this. You have this melody. Same rhythm as measure 5, but the notes are a little different. It's all on F. So you have F, 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 E flat, C, F. Another place where you want to take those notes and just work on them one at a time until you can play it. E flat, C, F. Just E flat, C, F. Just keep working on those 3 notes, 2 or 3 notes at a time, until you can play the changes. All right. Here is 37. That's going to repeat also at 41, so it's the same thing. Here is measure 37 to 45. So it's 2 measures playing, 2 measures resting, 2 measures playing, 2 measures resting. All right. 37. 1, 2, 3. 39, 2, 3, 40. 43, 2, 44. 2. That's how you count it. Measure 45 is the same as the melody at 5. So I'm going to play from 45 to 50. From 51 to the end is the ending, which is a little bit different. So let me stop right at 51. Ready? So here's 45. 1, 2, ready, go. Here's 51 to 52. You have E flat, D, E flat, C, B flat, rest, rest, rest. And now 54, the last measure, you're going to rest on the first beat, which is a little strange. Then F, B flat, rest again. All right, here's what the last 4 measures sounds like, starting at 51. Ready? 1, 1, 2, here I go. Sorry. 1, 2, go. 2, 3, 4, 1. Ending. All right. So any place, by the way, in this video, you need to stop. You could pause it, try it on your own, then restart it again. Right. Use it like that. By the way, that measure 51 and 52, I like to think of as Thomas and his friends. Really slowly, like this. Thomas and his friends. The melody from the end of that song. Just slowly. Alright, so that's the whole song. So please keep practicing, and we'll see you in class. Bye-bye.